Who's the goatiest of them all? Tom Brady's Super Bowl win has people comparing him to Serena. Nick Kyrgios and Novak Djokovic go at it in the press room. And Naomi Osaka calls out Tokyo Olympics chief for sexist comments. The break starts now. Hey everyone, and welcome to The Break, your source for the most buzzworthy off-court news. I'm your host, Johnny Ray Diaz. The debate on the greatest athlete of all time will probably never end. But with Tom Brady winning his 7th Super Bowl, we revisited the age-old question, who is the GOAT? Now, Serena Williams won her 358th match at a major around the same time Brady was closing in on the Super Bowl win. So, naturally, people compared the two sports legends, and this tweet almost broke the internet. The caption reading, "I'm sorry, some of y'all still question why Serena is the better athlete? 23 majors, 7 Super Bowl wins, year-end world number 1 5 times, NFL MVP 3 times. Well, we know who wins the sporting attire competition. Serena's FloJo-inspired outfit lives in my head rent-free." There it is. Maybe we can get one for Tom Brady? So, who's the GOAT? Serena or Tom? Is it fair to compare two sports? Sound off below. The Australian Open is Nick Kyrgios' home slam. It's also Novak Djokovic's most successful slam. Now, if you think this means the two men get along, you're dead wrong. At the beginning of the Australian quarantine, Kyrgios tweeted that Novak was a tool for asking for less strict lockdown rules. Of course, reporters asked Novak what he thought of this. Check out his response.
I've said this before. I think he's good for the sport. You know, obviously he's someone that is different, and he goes about his tennis. He goes about his off-court things in his own authentic way. And off the court, I don't have much respect for him, to be honest. And that's where I'll close it. I really don't have any further comments for him and his own comments for me or for anything else he's trying to do.
Obviously, when Nick Kyrgios entered the press room the next day, reporters had their popcorn ready. He was asked about what Djokovic said, and, well, I'll let you see for yourself.
Yesterday, Novak Djokovic talked about you.
Here we go.
He said that he has no respect for you. Would you like to say anything about that statement?
It's a strange one for me because, I read his comments. He said he doesn't respect me off the court. I'm like, look, it actually would make complete sense to me if he was like, look, I don't respect the guy on the court, because I understand if he doesn't agree with some of my antics on the court that I've done in the past. And when we've played matches, I think I've been pretty good towards him, but I'm not quite sure how you can't respect me off the court. I feel like I've gone about things extremely well. Especially during the pandemic, I was driving around delivering food to people during the pandemic that didn't or couldn't get the supplies. I was extremely careful about what I was doing. I didn't want to spread the virus to anyone. Now I'm actually trying to donate meal kits to people that need food. I have my foundation, so it's very strange to me, as why he would say he doesn't respect me off the court. I actually do a lot off the court. But he's a very strange cat, Novak is. Heck of a tennis player, but unfortunately, as someone that's partying with his shirt off during a global pandemic, I don't know if I can take any slack from that, man. That's as bad as it gets for me.
All right, the drama ends there, right? Right? No, it doesn't. Reporters then asked Djokovic to reply, and he kind of did.
I'm not sure if you're aware, but Nick Kyrgios was in press not long before you, and he's responded to your comments. Have you caught up on them at all?
No.
Can I read some of what he said to you?
I'm not. You can read it, but I'm not going to answer to anything. So.
There's nothing you want to say. He said that you're a very strange cat. That was part of what he said, and
yeah.
He was bemused that you weren't respecting him off the court because he feels like he's done a fair bit for charity and people during the pandemic, and he ultimately said that he's not going to take any slack from someone who was partying with their shirt off during the pandemic. Is there anything you wanted to say in response to that?
No.
The classic no comment maneuver. I respect it. When Naomi Osaka made a name for herself in 2018, she was a soft-spoken newcomer whose charming nerves in the spotlight won us over. Lately though, Osaka is one of the most outspoken players in the world when it comes to social justice and human rights. So when Tokyo Olympics chief said that women speak too much, Naomi let her voice be heard once again. Yoshiro Mori was quoted saying, "Women have a strong sense of rivalry. If one raises her hand to speak, all the others feel the need to speak too. I heard somebody say that if we are to increase the number of female board members, we have to regulate speaking time to some extent, or else we'll never be able to finish." Here's what Naomi said when she was asked if Mori should resign.
I think that someone that makes comments like that, they need to have more knowledge on the thing that they're talking about. So I feel like that was a really ignorant statement to make. But I'm not sure if it was a statement he made during the press conference or if it's a quote that was taken while he was having a private conversation. I didn't read fully into that. So I'm not sure if it's a situation where someone should demand that he resigns or if it's something that people need to make him understand that what he said wasn't right.
Props to Osaka for a classy response. That's all we've got this week. Remember to watch our coverage of the Australian Open daily at 7 p.m. Eastern on Tennis Channel and use #TheBreakTC to join in on the conversation and learn more about what your favorite players and personalities are doing off the court, because there's more to tennis than just tennis. We'll see you next time.